Hi, I'm Josh Evans. I'm a Vector operator in the Storm Drainage Department. We're here to celebrate Public Works Week here at the Shower Center. Hey, let's go now and check out some equipment and talk to some people.
Public Works is very important because it's where government affects our daily lives.
Public Works is everything that I go through in my daily life. So whether it's turning on the water, whether it's flushing the toilet, whether it's the street I drive on to get to work.
It takes care of all the infrastructure that's necessary to support a healthy, growing community.
It keeps our water flowing, our sewer going away, it keeps our roads repaired, our signals working.
300 miles of road, 200 miles of sewer, 200 miles of storm sewer, the creeks, the river, the dikes, the levees, traffic cameras.
It's the maintenance of the police vehicles that answer 911 calls. It's protecting us from flooding. It's where government is really relevant to the average person.
We can't have an economy without it, so it's vitally important.
We would not have a functioning city if it weren't for Public Works. We're super proud to be able to showcase this to all of our residents and let people know how hard our Public Works Department works for them and what a great job they're doing.
Hey, I'm here with Mike in Street Signs here. He's going to tell you a little about what he has at the booth here.
So here we have RPMs, raised pavement markings that we apply to the road. We have this tar that we heat up to 400 degrees, makes it liquid, and we have a machine that we have a gun that we shoot and puts a little puddle of it on the ground, and then we put the button into the tar, and that's how we adhere it to the ground.
Why are they important?
They're important? Okay, these are important because all right. So we have them that for the lane lines. So we have the yellow for double yellow to separate traffic, and then we have the white ones for two lanes going the same direction, skip lines, and the raised ones are good because when cars go over them, it makes a little jostle in the car, and then they know that they're going over the lane.
Awesome, thank you. Hey, I'm here with Kelly. Kelly, tell us a little bit about what these big signs are for.
Well, there are 18,000 signs in the city of Kent alone, and these are our new prismatic signs that we are switching everything over from our old signs to our new. And when your headlights reflect off that, the light will actually beam directly back at you, whereas the old signs, when you hit it with your headlights, it'll sort of dissipate. So you get a lot better reflection from the new sign. Keeping the city safe is the main thing.
Annalisa, have you learned anything today?
Not a thing, no. Just kidding, yes, I have.
What have you learned?
Well, I learned about the signals in Kent and all of the hardware and the new equipment that's coming in and the flashing yellow lights. That's pretty cool.
I got Dan here with traffic signals. Tell us a little bit what you have here today.
What we brought here today was just kind of a display of a typical intersection. It starts out with UPSs that we're putting in, the uninterruptible battery backup, just in case power goes out. This is an alpha unit, it's pretty neat. Probably keeps the signal operating because we use LEDs in all the signals now. Probably keeps it operating for about 8 hours, maybe 7. Each indication used to burn about 160 watts. Now we're down to about 7.58 watts per indication, which is just a tremendous savings. And we've even done that with the pedestrian displays over here.
I'm here with Marcus from the sewer department. Marcus, tell me about this big vehicle that you have behind me and what does it do?
Well, it's a sewer vector. This particular one cleans the sewer lines. It has the ability to pick up debris that's in the sewer. It does a lot of the work that we can't do as far as cleaning the sewer lines.
So what do you use to clean?
We use these nozzles here. These nozzles are high-pressured water jet nozzles. They do the work fast and efficiently. The hose reel can go about 700 feet out if needed to be, which we don't normally go that far. It brings back debris, sewage, rock, whatever have you. If there's a lot of debris in the sewer line, we use this big tube to suck it out, and then it goes in a debris tank where we dispose of it.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, I'm here with Xavion. Xavion, tell us a little bit about what you learned today.
I learned about big green tractors.
Big green tractors?
Like how there's 3 blades, and then you can lift the blade part up where it goes high grass and low grass. That big green tractor is fire.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you learned about?
Big green tractors.
Big green tractors. It's all about the big green tractor. Hey, I'm here with Alex from Storm Veg. Tell us a little bit about what this John Deere thing you have here is. What is it?
Well, it's a commercial riding lawnmower. It's got three blades on it, belt-driven rotary deck, 62 inches. This thing can cut through just about anything, except for some large trees, but even small ones it can still cut through. These things will climb just about any type of hill.
How fast can you get it to go?
Well, actually, these new models have a rabbit and a turtle speed. So when you're just mowing down in turtle, but when you got to get up and go, like if you're going across the street or something like that, these things go about 25 miles an hour.
It's pretty quick for a lawnmower, quicker than one I have at home. So why are these important to have in the city?
These things will cut what a person with a line trim would cut in like a tenth of the time.
So quite efficient.
Yeah, and people they like to have their holding ponds cut because a lot of people live right next to them, and then if they don't get cut, then they're gonna have a lot of vegetation growing over their fence and stuff like that and causing problems. So these mowers are really efficient and effective.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, I'm here with Dan. Dan, what'd you learn today here at the event?
I learned that Kent is a really nice city.
That's awesome. Is there anything else? What was your favorite piece of equipment here at the event?
Probably the tractors over there on that side. Yeah.
Big green tractor again?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hey, I'm here with Mike in Solid Waste. He's going to tell us a little bit about what he does here.
So what we do is we run around the streets of Kent. We pick up garbage. People dump stuff on the side of the road. We'll be the ones picking it up. If there's been an accident, we'll come get all the bumpers or whatever's left. Also, too, we cover up graffiti, those types of things.
So you guys are kind of unsung heroes because I know garbage isn't a pretty sight, though. No. How often do you guys find garbage on the streets?
Oh, it's an everyday thing. People dump almost literally every day. So, we average 700 pounds a day, basically.
That's crazy. What's the most unique item you found on the street?
Oh, man, we've picked up hot tubs, boats. Yeah, you name it. We've gotten all kinds of stuff.
What's the most important thing about your job?
What I like about it is that when I'm done at the end of the day, I can see a difference. I live in the community, so when I'm on my way home, I see what I've done. So it makes me feel good. I like that I made a difference, basically.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate your time.
My name is Kylie.
Kylie, what did you learn today?
That there's a bunch of buttons in dump trucks.
And what do you think those buttons do?
Maybe like dump the dirt out of the truck.
Hi, I'm here with Elizabeth, and she's in a big piece of equipment here called a front loader. How does it feel being up in the front loader?
It's kind of scary because I feel like I'm going to fall out.
It is a big piece of equipment, though. So have you learned anything today?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you learned.
I learned about, different kinds of plants.
Plants? That's cool. You having a good time?
Yeah. I did.
Hey, I'm with Jen in Vegetation right now. Jen, I see you're playing with a lot of dirt right here.
That's right.
Whoa, what is all this for?
We're planting red flowering currant shrubs with the kids, so they get to pot up their own shrub and take it home.
So how important is it to plant plants out there and all around Kent? How important is it?
It's very important for wildlife habitat and just for flood control and all kinds of different things.
What's your favorite plant to plant?
This is one of my favorite plants to plant. It gets beautiful red flowers and tasty berries in the summertime, and the animals just love it.
Awesome. Thank you. Tell us a little bit about what you learned today.
I learned about vegetation and plants.
Vegetation and plants. Anything else?
I learned what this is.
What is this big piece of equipment behind you called?
It's called a front loader.
You passed. Good job. I'm here with Scott right here. How's your hot dog?
That's Fred's awesome. I love it. It's good hot dog.
How do you like the event so far?
It's been a blast. It's been fun hanging out with you know, a bunch of different people and meeting a bunch of new kids. It's been a great time.
Awesome. Thank you.
You bet.
Hey, I got Mike here in Streets. What is this big yellow thing you got right here? What is this?
Well, this here is our Paver. It's a 4-man crew. You got your driver, assistant driver, and you got your 2 guys that work the wings.
So what does it exactly do?
Well, it paves the road. So basically you'll get the big semi-truck that comes back, fills up the hopper with hot asphalt. Then it processes it through the conveyors, drops it out, and you get this big metal plate underneath it that makes it nice and smooth.
How hot is the asphalt when you guys are dropping it?
Around 200 degrees. It's pretty hot.
What time of the year are you usually paving with this thing?
Mostly the summer, but we can do it in the fall, sometimes early spring. Really depends on the weather.
Okay. Thank you. Hey, I'm here with Mike from Land Survey. Tell us a little bit about your booth.
Hi there. Well, our booth is kind of set up here to kind of show a little bit of progress that's going on in surveying. So what we have here is an older instrument that's about 100 years old. This instrument has basically been used to build all the major infrastructure that we ride on, the interstates and all the bridges. Then if you kind of pan over here, here's another instrument. It's about 50 years old. And again, you know, this is kind of the mainstay for still a lot of the infrastructure. But nowadays, technology has grown and we have new tools. So if you look over here, what we have is a GPS rover. And this is a new piece of equipment, newer piece. It uses the GPS satellites on your phone, but it's way more precise. We're talking about sub-millimeter accuracy with that guy. And then panning over really far over here, we have a total station. And this is still the mainstay in the industry. We set this up, typically people see this on the roadway, and we use this to measure distances with. It has a laser rangefinder, and we measure angles. And with those key bits of information, we can produce distances and angles that we can put in a drawing on AutoCAD and help design roads, bridges, and develop maps for the city to use.
What's the most interesting part about your job, you think?
Trying to stay up with the technology and trying to figure out what's the best tool for the job. You know, there's always challenging environments that we have to work in, and not every piece of tool is going to be the best thing that you pick up for that particular day. So yeah, it's always challenging, it's always fun, and definitely working on the construction projects keeps you on your toes.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
All right, thank you very much.
I'm here with Eric, a huge Thunderbirds fan. What do you got going here at Public Works Week?
We got a sander and plow here, pride of the fleet. Keeps our roads safe in the winter. Not only safe, but also passable. We start off with our sander, which holds about 3 yards of sand and salt mixture that we combine to create a safe environment for our winter drivers. Up in the front, we have a plow that moves all the material off the roads, say slush, snow, even ice. We have 7 lovely vehicles in our snow and ice fleet. We start off with putting our sanders on first. Once there's a inkling of snow, we check our weather reports quite frequently in the wintertime. After we get all our sanders on, we put our plows on. Normally we have 1 or 2 vehicles go out first to make sure that the intersections on the main thoroughfares, such as 132nd, Kankangley, or East Valley and West Valley highways, are passable for stopping and going, because if you can't stop, it kind of creates a problem.
Thanks for keeping our streets safe during the winter.
You're welcome. Thank you. Go Birds.
What did you learn today?
That truck is big. I learned that there's a whole bunch of cool things.
Hi, I'm here with Heather. What do you got going on at your booth today?
All right, we got some items, different areas. So we got the bathroom and we got your kitchen sink. So it's basically do not use either as a garbage. So kind of compare it to the kitchen side of things, like your heart. You have all your foods that you eat, don't exercise, heart's pumping. You got something like bacon grease that hardens. So once you're eating all the bacon, eating the cheese, hardens in your arteries, boom, heart attack, right? So same thing with your kitchen plumbing. Wash everything, you know, your pots and pans. You don't scrape any of your dishes. Wash them down with hot water, pull the strainer out, comes down, and it hardens in your plumbing, or it makes its way out to the sanitary sewer system. And kind of tying that in, we talk about what not to put down your toilet, any of these, the facial wipes, Clorox wipes, baby wipes, diapers, garbage, dental floss. Tell people not to use your toilet as a garbage. Once it all mixes together with the fats and the foods, it's a bad mix for your sanitary sewer system. You can see from some of the pictures here, mixes together. We want to prevent any kind of a sanitary sewer overflow from happening. Once it overflows, bubbles out of these manholes, can make its way where only rain is supposed to enter. I like to fish, I like to go swimming. I certainly don't want to go swimming in that. So we're just trying to educate everybody what not to do in the kitchen. We tell them to dry wipe all their pots and pans, put all the grease, cool it, put it in the garbage, use their garbage can in the bathroom. So going that route today.
Awesome, thank you.
7.
Hey, I'm here with Kent today. What exactly do you have going on right here? This is a pretty fancy thing you got going.
Actually, it's a water hydraulics. We show the kids how we clean the water mains with these sponges. A lot of people call them pigs. And, they can operate it with valves just like in the system. And we show them the hydrant and the water tank. But it's pretty simplistic.
So what's the importance of being able to pig a line?
It just cleans out all the debris in there, anything that's standing in there. We usually do it prior to putting it in service, and then we hyperchlorinate it and flash impurities.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm here with some kids hanging out in a cop car. How does it feel being in the cop car?
It feels great, but I'd rather not be in here.
How does it? Did you get a chance to hop up into the equipment and honk the horn or anything?
Yeah, they told me to stop because it was kind of annoying.
Have you learned anything today?
Yeah, don't ever get in the back of a cop car.
Don't ever get in the back of a cop car. That's good advice right there. Have you learned anything today?
Oh, yeah, I never quit learning, and it's just amazing to see because a lot of the time I don't get to get out as much too, so I learned something on every one of these trips.
All right, here we go. Got some cars coming. What do we got? What are the speeds?
20, 25, 21.
27, we got a speeder.
I learned why you have to run a fire hydrant all the way open instead of turning it on part of the way, about the damage that it can do to the soil and all of the and the possibility of it coming away from the pipes. And so yes, I did learn something today.
Mike, do I need makeup?
Yeah. Give me butterflies,
it's always a lot of fun to get out and interact with our employees. I spend most of my days at City Hall in meetings, and I don't get to see us doing the things that really matter. So what I enjoy most, even more than the equipment, is just to get out there and talk to and thank the people who make this city work.
I told you, it's the original. Anything else is counterfeit.
That's awesome.